Hey folks, welcome back. Well, this time around, we're going to be using a lot of this stuff because the back window goes in. Stick around. Hey everyone, welcome back. Well, like I said, today, finally, we're getting the rear window reinstalled in the car. And it's been a long time coming. Got a lot of work to do on it yet. The gasket's in place, as you can see. It's been here for a while, taking shape, so I have to actually come through, glue it down now. I got a couple friends coming over a little later on. We're going to put the glass in. I got to get the glass cleaned up a little bit first, get the tape off. But before we get started on that, something I want to address with the rear windows on these cars. Now, everybody thinks that since it's 14.4 square feet of glass, it's massive, it's heavy, that they're so expensive, that they're not available. It's like, oh, you'll never find one of those, and if you do, you'll spend a lot of money. You know, I saw on this one TV show a few years back. Yeah, really? Well, that is the reality. There was a show called Desert Car Kings, and season 1, episode 4, there's a shop accident, breaking the most valuable part of a Barracuda restoration. In the scene, they have the rear window kind of set like this on a stand similar to this, although I think they had it the other way around. And then one of the workers bumps into it, knocks it over, shatters into a million pieces. Then there comes the drama. Oh my God, you'll never find another one of those. It'd be $1,000, yada, yada, yada. Please. We tried to give one away at Carlisle a few years ago. We couldn't give one away. Those windows are a $200 to $300 swap meet find any day of the week. I mean, that one there, okay, it's gonna go in this car. I got 3 more in the other room. Everybody who has these cars has saved the rear window out, pretty much. There are more rear windows in people's garages than there are cars in people's garages. So, no, that is not the most valuable and or expensive piece on a Barracuda restoration. It's harder to find a good gas cap. So, that said, we're going to get this cleaned up. We're going to get the glue, the weather strip adhesive on the gasket, get that in place, and wait for my buddies to come over. All right, windows clean, weather stripping is glued in place. A couple pieces of tape just to hold it up, because with the weather strip adhesive, it gets a little slippery. So we're holding it up here, there, it's holding tight nice. We're kind of pulled tight into our corners. Those look good. And just waiting for my buddies to show up and we can get the glass in. Now, we're going to follow the factory service manual, and it says that, just like we did, put small bead of the weather strip sealant cement in the flange groove of the weather strip, which we did, popped it on, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to center the glass in the opening with 2 people. We're going to put the top edge in first, and then using, well, I don't have a tapered fiber stick, but I got some tools, and we'll get it all inside the lip of the weather strip. And then after that, we'll peel this back, because it'll be easy. The glass will be right here, and then we'll put in more weather strip adhesive to seal this to the glass, and then in goes our lock strip. So that's next. As you can see, it took me and 3 of my friends to really put this thing in. I mean, it took a little while to manipulate the glass under the lip, and then it was lifting, pushing, pulling this lip. I mean, you even saw me inside the car feeding the end lip up into it, the glass, so we can get this all in. But it's in, it's positioned left to right, front to back, about as good as it's gonna be. Got a little bit here. It looks like it needs to go, I don't know, either back or over some, but it looks good on the other side. Anyway, we're gonna start, or I should say I'm gonna start putting some weather strip adhesive here, all the way around, and then lock strip up, over, and around. And then one separate one over there, and then the corners go in. But the back window is in. All right, I'm gonna get started with just doing a little bit of weather strip adhesive, just like they say, put some down in here, squish it, and start with the lock strip and work my way around. It's down here for now. And it's gonna get messy. I'm just gonna have to come through and clean it all up when I'm done. But that's how we're doing it. That's how they did it in the factory manual. That's how we're doing it here. Now I stopped at the front corner because this will run a little bit, and I don't want it to all run down to the corner and over the gasket. So I'll put more of this when I start making that transition up. As it is, I put a lot here and it's already going to squish out. So as soon as I get started with the lock strip, we're going to do some cleanup right away. And I almost forgot. Spray bottle, water, a little bit of dish soap, make it slippery. Help me slide that in, because it is going to be tough. I'm halfway through. It's been a little while, but it is tough getting this in. I mean, the gasket is new and it's pliable, which is great. If you were doing this on a original vehicle and just want to replace a lock strip, you're definitely going to want to make sure that your rear window gasket is soft, pliable. You know, put it out in the sun on a warm day. Make sure it's really soft and movable before you try this, because maybe it's the lock strip, maybe it's the gasket, the window's just being put back in, but it's a little bit difficult getting it in as is. So if you're doing an original car, original gasket with new lock strip, you might want this to be softened up first. Double check it. If it's cracking at all, the rubber, you might not want to do that, because you might damage the gasket. that was a real pain, but we're at the end. So now we just got to get our corners in. And these corners are not the greatest. I mean, they're for the car, but I mean, they're just in that lip there. Just gonna pop it in the best I can here. Yeah, or not. Or not. Or not. These ones don't go to the car, but they're in much better shape. So we can get these on. At least the corners will be finished. Oh, these are a real pain. Really resisting the urge to go get a hammer right now. Just a little hammer, not a big one. No, I promise, I won't hit you too hard. Just get in the slot. Goodness gracious. Oh, will you stay in there? Help me understand. What the? I was going to whack it with some vice grips in a second. All right, we'll figure something else out for those in the future. Here it is. Ta-da! I just have these sitting up here temporarily. I just had to throw them on to see what it was going to look like. I got to finish painting that one, and I got one corner on. The other side, I have to find one correct for the car. But man, what a project! And the hardest part was doing these corners, getting this lock strip to bend that direction after being coiled up for so long. But the back window is in. Now, like I've said in probably every video I've made that y'all have seen since I painted the car, I still have to finish wet sanding just about everything. But I was waiting to get the window in, so I can start from the top down, get the roof done, trunk, hood. You know, it's gonna be a lot easier now with that on. But let me show you something. You probably haven't seen this yet. I got the wheel well trim on the driver's side, the rocker trim. A commando badge. And of course, the emblem. And we're going to sport some custom Formula S hubcaps this year with the correct Plymouth center caps. Thank you, Tom. So we're almost there. We're on the home stretch. Just a few more things to put on the car, but it's wet sanding and polishing time. and then everything else gets put on the car. So I only need a few things. I need my buddy Rick to finish up my radio. I know you're on it, dude. No stress. Hell, if we got to install it at Carlisle, we can do that. All right. I want to thank my buddy Bobby. I want to thank my buddy Don, and I want to thank Bob for coming out today and giving me a hand, because as you saw, it was a 4-person job putting that window in. It was not easy. There's no way you can do this by yourself, unless you're Superman, which clearly I am not. Hey, thank you all for coming back and watching. I appreciate you. If you like what we're doing here on the channel, consider subscribing, hit the like button, and I will catch you next time.